a lot of junglers can't do. However, if he does get invaded as a team, say Bar and Morning Melon do like roam into the jungle together, especially against something with a Kassadin, which has no wave clear early on, and is pretty weak in the early levels unless he's getting some like melee attacks off. I think it's going to be pretty difficult for them to kind of handle a counter invade.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun actually to see some decent play at level 1 here as well. Now that you're talking about invades and stuff, getting me all worked up. I think that at the end of the day, though, when you're starting out with a Mumu, there's really no worse jungler to go into a level 1 fight with. Even if you win, it's probably because the Amumu had to take Q, and then from there he's kind of screwed throughout his jungle. So it's like even if you get first blood, it's like a lose-lose situation. So
yeah, it's definitely true.
See how it plays out, though, man. I'm kind of excited to see how it goes. And back to the skin war here. Poetic, rocking Datarelia.
So, I guess we'll take a little bit of this time to give a shout out to what this tournament actually is. It is the University of Toronto League of Legends Association in partnership with the University of Toronto Student Union, bringing together the Winter Week of Welcome / Frost Week tournament. We're getting a whole bunch of support from the UTSU in terms of computers and all this cool stuff like free RP for the crowd, some cool shirts and swag like that, like lanyards, wristbands, everything like that we're going to be able to give away, and some really cool prizes for the first place team. So we're going to have a live finals for this event downtown on the UTSG campus. It's going to be at the Earth Sciences building on Friday the 16th at 2 p.m. Free admittance. There's going to be some food there. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff for you guys to win. And I actually can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a really good day. And I can't wait to see what kind of talent these U of T teams can bring to the forefront.
Did you just say free mittens?
Admittance.
Oh, yeah.
I can bring some mittens for you if you'd like, but
I got some mad.
I don't have enough for everyone.
So. All right. I was just hopeful, you know. I was hoping that you could just bring free mittens. I don't know.
It's probably a pretty good drawing point, considering how the weather has been these last couple days.
It's true.
Like, if you can marathon out to this league event, I will go to the dollar store and buy some like 50-cent mittens for everyone.
Free mittens. You heard it here first.
And then we can get some cats, and we can put the mittens on the kittens, and well,
kittens
God, it'll be a great day.
mittens?
I can't wait.
Did you just kittens and mittens?
I did.
I'm
not bringing the kittens though. That's someone else.
I'm more impressed with you now than I've ever been. I will claim you as my son.
I've been waiting so long for this moment.
Good.
Finally, the recognition that I deserve.
Good. By the way, Kassadin's blade. What is that called? The Void Blade or Void Nether Blade? That's the one. It's completely flat. Uh oh. Catching him out! Solo Dolo, what are you doing? He gets ignited, in comes Lee Sin. There's the heal though, Platoon. Rocking it up. First blood goes down to Baraki Mama. And Russell's gonna drop as well. Double kill. Oh my god. I'm sitting here talking about the lore of the Nether Blade, and meanwhile, Baraki Mama picking up a double kill.
Yeah, he's getting lured in the face. He got lured into that bush.
Wow. He got lured into that bush. That was funnier than I thought it would be. That was good. Wow.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Hot.
Wow.
All right.
Solo Dolo McDildo. What are you gonna do now, my friend? Started Q. Oh no, didn't take anything. Okay, good. I thought he took Q. I thought I saw a bandage toss. Thank God he didn't take Q. He'll be able to start at red buff, but 2 kills onto a Corki with Russell, the support sub in the bottom lane. Not looking forward to it. And I mean, that is no flash on Lee Sin, no flash on Amumu, no flash Corki Morgana. But I mean, a Lee Sin without a flash is a lot scarier in the opposing jungle than an Amumu flash. So we'll have to see how this goes down. Morning Melon also starting at the double golems. Here we go, game 2.
Yeah, we rocking this one through. Now, just based on the way these junglers are starting, and I can see Amumu is just like having a hard time with these golems up here. He didn't smite them though. I'm not sure if that was planned, or I'm not sure what he's doing here, but he's going to end up smiting the red buff here, so he doesn't walk around with the extra stun in the jungle. Any reason why you could see him not smiting those golems?
I think he is just worried about his health in the jungle. I think maybe he might have used the pot in the level 1 there, and I think he just might have not had enough sustain to actually get through the jungle, so he wanted the health back from the red buff. Red buff, regardless of smiting it, does give you some health regen, but it looks like he's just going to clear that red and then go back as well. Actually, not even enough gold to upgrade his Hunter's Machete, so he's forced to take a cloth armor. This is a very, very painful start for him.
Yeah, really rough for him. And you know what, though, with the new jungle, I think there's a lot of junglers that are relatively comfortable with that. Speaking of comfort levels, Poetic, definitely not comfortable going up against that giant friggin' Gnar. But yeah, I think they're okay. It's very recoverable, especially considering the fact that he gets to go back and shop, picks himself up potions and a cloth armor. So it's not terrible, but definitely not ideal.
In this bottom lane, we see lots of abilities being thrown out, and actually Brocky Llama losing the trade on that end. So the power of the Lulu in the bottom lane is still very real. And man, look at that top lane. Lots of brawling up there as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're being so aggressive, but apparently it's working out for Yami, who pretty much, as a Gnar, will win every exchange. Whether he wins or loses the actual exchange, he always ends up winning. Does percentage damage and then heals himself for percentage health just by transforming into his other form there. So it's always nice.
I think it's a good idea for Poetic to fight with Gnar, simply because he does have the Lee Sin. And if he can sort of freeze his wave and have gotten Yami low in the top lane, then there will be a lot of kill pressure up there.
Yeah, so he's going to be continuing to push in here, this Gnar. He's got the lane warded for himself as well, and Ion's actually looking for a bit of damage here onto the LeBlanc, who's now sitting at 21 CS to Kassadin's 14. You can tell they've been aggressive in the mid lane as well. Meanwhile, bottom lane, I would have expected that Graves would have been more aggressive also, considering his 2-kill... Or, sorry, I apologize. Corki to be more aggressive considering his 2-kill lead. He's only ahead 2 CS at this point, so kudos to Platoon.
Yeah, and interesting that he actually went for the Ruby Crystal over another longsword. Of course, he could have afforded that. So obviously he's going towards that Phage, towards that Trinity Force, and he just values the health. He doesn't want to throw the lead that he has, and just wants to play it extra safe.
Never a bad idea. So they're going to be able to just continue the pressure there. He's working his way, the Corki that is working his way up to, it seems like a Phage really early on, and he's got a pink ward, so if he places that strategically, it'll definitely pay itself off in spades. Russell gets caught up here a little bit, and that's what you're talking about, your buddy. Is he going to be fodder, or is he not?
Oh, here's the gank in the mid.
Yeah, here we go. There's a kill onto Solo Dolomite. Say that one fast. Ions, though, gets ignited up as well, and that's going to be a double kill. Bar underneath the turret, going super deep, knowing his limits, playing within it, and getting some damage done, picking himself up 2 kills.
That's really scary. A level 6 LeBlanc with blue buff. Ooh, man. He doesn't have flash now, but he's going to be able to have a lot of freedom. Probably going to go back and pick up, like, the start of his DFG or something like that, and just be ready for the damage, ready for the hurt. Kassadin really doesn't get strong until the very later levels. He's going to go towards, most likely, that Rod of Ages, and that's going to take a while to stack up.
Yeah, for sure. So everybody's going to go back now. And look at all the long swords on the map right now. Gnar building himself up, I can only assume, to a Cutlass, which is going to go into a Blade of the Rune King. And in the bottom lane, Graves might be building up a Black Cleaver. I feel like that might be a decent way to go, or a Yumu's. Not sure how Graves build these days, to be completely honest. I only play Tristana, so... I
do think it will be the Yumu's, because he wants that early game damage. He wants to kind of even up the lane against the Corki, who does have those builds. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if Yami goes for a similar build, just because of the way that it synergizes with his Q. And of course, he actually does have some pretty decent cooldowns as well, so... we'll see how it goes. Sorry, not his Q, his W in the top lane. Gnar actually does get true damage, magic damage, I guess, percentage health, and that just scales very well with the
for sure. Now Russell getting jumped on yet again, though he's not going down, so he's actually doing a pretty decent job here. And Platoon actually right on the front lines. Morning Melon gets himself into the fray. Platoon looks like he's going to drop and tries to chase down Corki for that final shot. not going to happen, and that will be another kill for Corky. This is looking like a pretty one-sided game here in CS and kills. We just have to see when that first objective goes down.
Yeah, unfortunately, I really do think that they kind of threw off Team Ta here when they kind of went in with that early invade, and then also them dealing with the sub. Unfortunately, I just don't think they were ready to be on the back foot this game, and unfortunately, that's exactly what Bhargav and Muscle like did to them.
Yeah, really feeling pretty rough here. Sabotage, though, taking a bit of damage here. Actually, oh wow, Russell picks up the first kill for his team there. Just locks him down under turret, and I think Morgana just a little bit too unsafe with her forward movement and puts the W on the character, which forces Tower to hit ya. Feels bad.
Good defense coming out from Team Ta here, able to protect their own red buff and get a Mumu that experience and everything like that, and he's actually doing okay on farm. Lee Sin obviously has had way more map pressure, but he's keeping up there, and he has hit level 6, which is a big spike, especially against the Lee Sin, who hasn't quite got his yet.
Yeah, Lee Sin's working his way up right now. But I gotta say, so Amumu right now, he's sitting on his Stalker's Blade, and Yammy's sitting on Poetic right now, gets the stun off, throws down that rock, and he is just shoveling the damage out right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a beautiful combo actually by Yammy. I watched that the whole way through. He got the third proc on his W, and then got his jump right as he transformed, got the stun down in his Mega Gnar form, just basically hit every single ability exactly the way he wanted it to, and that is the true power of Gnar there.
Yeah, such a scary guy, and he's still dealing damage, of course, in his small form with that percentage health, so kind of rough, and he's dealing a lot of damage as well with the long swords. Now everybody, though, seems to be lining up for that dragon. You've got LeBlanc and Lee Sin going into the enemy jungle now. They know the timing for that blue buff, and it looks like they want it.
Yeah, that is a very real possibility, and it also opens up the potential for Yammy to dive that top lane as well. He will know that everyone is going to be down around that bottom lane, so he's got an interesting choice up there now, and we'll see what he does with it, but that is going to be the blue steal from Lee Sin, not able to protect his team this time.
Yeah, takes that one out, and with that smite being down from Lee Sin, this could be, I mean, a lot of really organized teams would take that as an advantage to Dragon. Here we go, Poetic jumps in, or gets jumped on there. Yammy just way too strong, and he's been putting on the heat all game. Barakio Mama forced to jump away right now. Russell, the target of that Morgana ultimate. In comes the Amumu ultimate, though, to turn things around. Lulu ults herself, and she's going to be running around just kiting these guys. And at the end of the day, though, the kills on Barakio Mama just too much. He flashes forward, he looks for a kill himself, fires out that Q. Is it going to be enough? Bar jumps in. He's going to have to use the ultimate for the second jump forward. Boom! He gets the damage off. Graves goes down, Ignite onto Amumu. That's going to be another kill, possibly a triple. Picks up Lulu, and this is Ions now jumping into the fray. Is he going to be able to pick it up? He gets snared up. What's going to happen? Bar, do you have the damage? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, he's CTing in, it looks like, and that is the answer back to Poetic. Going for the quadrant, doesn't get it.
No, not enough. The Yammy's in the bottom lane right now, though, as is Poetic, and everybody just flushing towards that bottom lane. At the end of it all, though, it looks like it's a 4 for 3. Not actually as bad as I would have expected, considering how far behind Bhargav's legs are. Or, yeah. Sorry, Team Ta.
Yeah, very true. And honestly, that kind of brings it back to a little bit of an even game. It was basically 5-1, I believe. And now 9-5. I mean, having some kills is better than no kills because it does get you the items. So definitely a good play by them to sort of get themselves in this game.
Yeah, and here we go. Another fight in bottom lane. Everybody just wants to continue going down here. Poetic's been down there for a long time, and I think a lot of that has to do with how enticing Dragon is right now. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to pick it up, but at the very least they're trying to take some map control here. You can see blue side only warding their own side of the jungle, whereas red at least gets some in the river.
Now when we take a look at these lanes, of course, we do have Yammy winning in that top lane. We have LeBlanc winning in the mid lane, and the Corky winning in the bottom lane as well. Of course, that is Barakio Mama, and that's going to be their first dragon as well. So they have the advantage of 2 out of the 3 lanes in the jungle. Ooh, here's the fight!
Yeah, Bar is going to get jumped on here, and that's a huge character to go down, but he finds his way out. Wow, Bar, what a god, but... Oh, he jumps back, not enough. Wow, smart plays, though.
I was just trying to say that that jungle, that dragon will accentuate the pressure that you have, but I mean, when you get caught out one by one, does it really matter?
Yeah, definitely not. Everybody getting chased out here. Poetic, he knows the pain that Nar's about to bring, and jumps forward, transforms. Too much damage coming out there. Morning Melon super low because of that Graves. Everybody just continuing to fight. This is this is some crazy fighting here, Cold War style, just going at it all over the place. Almost picks that up. Sabotage trying to steal that red in the midst of things. Yami and Ions right on the forefront of this tower. First tower of the game goes down.
Beautiful. All the way around, coming out from Team Ta here, bringing themselves back in the game. And they haven't even really had a really big wombo combo yet, which is what the strength of their team comp relies on. And to be honest, it doesn't matter if you're 2-3k gold behind. If you hit your ultimates perfectly, it's going to be an easy team fight for you.
Yeah, now everybody's kind of heading home. They want to shake off all the craziness that's been going on with them. A little bit too much, hitting the bottle a little too hard, going too deep on these team fights. But at the end of it, we turn out with a dragon going down. So in the midst of everything, there was a dragon picked up, and that's going to go to the side of Bhargav's legs, which is a huge, huge advantage. But in terms of gold, only at 400 ahead because of that turret that they've lost. Hopefully they can pick up the turret for themselves pretty soon.
Yeah, and honestly, I would give some pretty strong power spikes over to Ooh, Yami going up pretty hard here. But he should rename himself to Yami Sammy.
Wow. Sabotage gets in. Ultimate goes down. Barakio Mama fires out that rocket from a distance here. He knows it's a little bit too low. Really nice Valkyrie, I gotta say, though. And Russell on the forefront here. Ooh, almost gets snared. Minion, though, takes that one. Yami in the top lane picks that kill up. There are so many kills going down right now. 14 minutes in, and we've got 18 kills on the map here, Muskie. I don't know what these guys have been doing in between games, but apparently they've been talking some smack because everybody's at each other's throats right now.
Yep. It's melon time.
What? Oh, Nar. I was like, wait, what? Melon? What? Yeah. Up in the top lane, Nar goes down there, so kills everywhere, man. And leading the charge with those kills, Nar and LeBlanc, two interesting characters that are going to have to duke it out later on.
Okay, so let's try and take stock. We do have Rod of Ages completed for Cassidy. He got it about 13 minutes, which is pretty good timing. He'll get that stacked up pretty quick. He's going to start being a problem for the LeBlanc. She hasn't really gotten any big items in her Morello Nomicon yet, so Cassidy's in a pretty good spot, especially if he can get the next buff for himself. However, there is going to be a group around mid, and there's not a whole lot of wave clear right there to back him up. They do need the Graves and the Gnar for that. Gnar on his way, and we could see a pretty big team fight coming up here pretty damn soon. Mumu not quite going towards that AP build like we were talking about. He is going towards that tankier style of build, but all the same, Gnar will do as much damage as he needs to.
Yeah, now Amumu trying to get his hands onto somebody here. If he gets his hands on a LeBlanc, it's highly unlikely, but if he does, I feel like the lockdowns there is going to be a little bit too strong, especially with just the spray and pray coming out of Graves if he can finish up that kill. It's I think it's still kind of on a knife's edge right now. It's the same thing as last game where the Ahri, Bar's Ahri, was just so strong. If you can peel her off, it's going to be the end. Same thing is happening here with this LeBlanc. If you can peel her off really, really quickly, it's just going to be too much for the other guys to handle. And Ion's right now playing a bit of catch-up with that 81 CS.
Trinity Force completed on Corki. Nothing but a Yumu's Ghostblade down there for Platoon in the bottom lane. 5-1-0 on that Gnar, though. He's got his Sunfire Cape completed too. And I don't think he's going to be able to be stopped by anyone on the opposing team except potentially that LeBlanc. They need her.
Yeah, and she is kind of working her way around right now. You can see she's just trying to jump all over the map. I think she still wants to farm up a bit more. She's only got Morellos. It's definitely a good item. It's got some nice cooldowns, so she wants to play the mobility game, it seems like. I'm not so sure that that she's got enough damage, though, to really blast down anybody that she needs to, especially considering it's a Graves, one of the tankier ADs in the game. If that's her target, it's going to be pretty tough to blast it down.
Yeah, it does look like she's going for that DFG next, however, so once she gets that, she'll have no problem dealing with Platoon on that Graves. If she can get it in time.
If she can get it in time. All right, so what else? I don't know. I mean, where do we go from here? For some reason, it's just kind of calmed down. I think there's only been maybe 2 kills in the last 5 minutes. Definitely not the pace that I was expecting, considering how this all started out. 26 seconds on Dragon, though. I assume maybe they're just kind of recharging their batteries here, drinking their water. The Red Bull's going. They're just waiting to charge up for this next fight.
And honestly, I think this is the fight that Team Top wants to be looking for. They've got the Wombo combo. They want to fight around Dragon. However, they don't have the vision control yet, and they could get caught looking for that vision, for that sight.
Yeah, everybody very tempting to jump in here and get a kill onto either Sabotage or Russell. They're super squishy as supports right now, and they're both being a little bit bold here. Dragon is going to be attempted, though. This is going to be Dragon number 2 for Bhargav's legs, and no real counterplay as Bar is just zoning them out from the tri-brush. Really smart stuff there.
Yeah, the threat of a black shielded 5-1 LeBlanc or 5-2 LeBlanc is just too much to face check against. If you're a Lulu or something like that, you can get popped even before your ultimate comes down. So smart play from the side of Bhargav's muscular legs. Once again, picking up another uncontested Dragon.
Yeah, really good stuff. So that will set them further and further in the lead here. 3 towers now, just picked up back to back here. Though that is all the tier 1s down. Dragon's down. It's not going to be up for a long time. Baron's going to be spawning in a minute. They could go for that. I know Baron is super strong right now, so the 20-minute Baron is a lot more difficult. But they need something. They need a direction to go in here because they've got really not much to do other than farm and just go back to lane. Yeah,
and I think farming might be alright though for Team Top because the later they go, the more potential they have for that big 5-on-5 team fight as opposed to these scrappier kind of engages that we've been seeing in the jungle. And if there's not enough pressure actually caused by Bhargav to muscular legs, then they might not be able to actually break that turtle shell as the game goes on. Kassadin scales up very well, Nara scales up very well, and of course, we'll have to see. Yeah, and speaking of scaling, Kassadin with that Rod of Ages, he's definitely going to be scaling, I think, a bit harder than the LeBlanc will, though she does have a really nice mid-game, especially considering she's building her next item, which looks to be a DFG or a Zhonya's. See how he plays this one out. Because they're grouping, though, I might recommend a Zhonya's, but just knowing how Bar played the last one, I can only assume it's going to be a DFG. We'll have to see what Nar's going for as well, because it seems like he's going to be the carry in this game, and if he goes too tanky, already working up possibly towards that Randuin's or something like that, I feel like he might need to pick up the Trinity Force in the next couple items. If he can be the kind of threat that he wants to be, if he can handle the Cortez, he can handle LeBlanc by himself. Actually, I wanted to double check on this LeBlanc build here, and yeah, she is going for the maxed out W first, which has been significantly more popular than the maxed out Q, as it always used to be. So she's going to be dealing a little bit more AoE damage, though it's a bit more difficult to deal the damage, considering you have to be right next to the enemy team as a super squishy caster. A little bit of lag. We're going back into it pretty quickly, and still, I gotta say, no kills in forever now. Finally, the minute mark does surpass the amount of kills in the game, so now less than a kill per minute, and it's kind of sad. I was looking forward to just continuing to bring the heat in this game. A little bit depressing. I have to make a little bit of a criticism on Russell's build here. I think that going for the Morello-Nomicon was the wrong choice indeed. I feel like he should have probably gone for the Chalice upgrade. The name is evading me right now, but being able to cleanse those vines is something this team needs. Wow, Yami gets jumped on here, and he's jumping forward still. 2 ultimates burned. 2 big ultimates, actually. The Lee Sin and the Morgana ultimate both burn there. And Morgana is pretty far away, I gotta say, from finishing her Zhonya's. She's got the Seeker's Arm Guard, but man, it's gonna be a while until she gets that finished. So my idea in thinking that the Michaela's Crucible... okay, so there's no engage here, but my idea towards that Michaela's Crucible was just that a big part of this game is going to be the catches from LeBlanc and Morgana, like a snare landing from LeBlanc and then or sorry, a snare landing from Morgana, and then LeBlanc just going in bursting somebody. And I think the best answer to that would probably be the Mikhail's Crucible, obviously just cleansing that snare and helping him get out really quick. And I think the Morellos isn't really going to do a lot for his team here, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's definitely seeming that way, and red turret goes down, so pressure is on here, man. There is a kill that finally did occur a little bit ago, but they're suffering the consequences here on red team of this gold disadvantage. Solo Dolo, though, really being aggressive here. He wants to continue the pressure and, of course, land that big Amumu ultimate.
Yeah.
Banish Husk goes out.
Very close, very close. That could have been a big fight. You could have seen them all basing over that wall. They were all pretty huddled together. I think really all they need is Yami to get a big ultimate along with Solo Dolo and McDildo. And they can bring themselves back into this game in a blazing fashion.
You couldn't have just stuck with the Solo Dolo.
Nope.
You just
I commit, man. I go hard.
Wow. I'm sure Solo Dolo McDildo goes pretty hard too. So all the wards along the top side of the map here, they're trying to regain control of their jungle. It doesn't look like it's going so well, as the whole middle section of it just dominated by blue side. So they know what's going on. They've got the river over there warded as well. It looks like they're setting up for a Baron, but the pink wards for them are down by the bottom side. 50 seconds in. Sabotage has his life stripped from him, and Russell trying to find himself a little bit of CC onto the LeBlanc, unable to do so. But I can only imagine 40 seconds away, red team, hopefully they don't just sit there. They got to get something done, and kind of rough.
They learned from their mistake last time. They don't have the exact timer on the dragon, so they don't know exactly when it's coming up. Of course, they were zoned out from it last time, but they did get down that early vision control. They've got about 20 seconds until it comes up. Unfortunately, they didn't push into the opposing team's jungle. They didn't try and take over that. They were a little bit afraid, which I kind of question a little bit, but regardless, they do have the sight around the dragon. They do have their abilities up, and this could be their first dragon of the game.
Yeah, here they go. They're lining it up, but now they're turning around. As soon as it spawns, they're gone. Because this mid lane is getting pushed a little bit too hard right now. Morning Melon lands the Q, and Platoon is in the fray now. We all know how hard Platoon goes. He does pick up that kill alongside Kassadin. So now they're going to be able to push forward here on red team. They're going to possibly be looking towards Dragon. I hope that they look towards Dragon. First one of the game, as we all know, is so crucial. So they'll hopefully not rest on their laurels on this one.
I'm wondering if the player that they lost was one of their shot callers, because it was their mid lane player, and it feels like they're a little bit behind in their rotation for this game. And even with this poke here, this could be a pretty big issue. Sabotage doesn't have his ultimate up yet, but there's definitely the potential for this steal. Good smite secure. Oh, Ion's going deep.
Yeah, he gets ignited though, and that's going to be a kill for Sabotage. In comes Solo Dolo. Oh my god, huge. Curses the Sad Mummy, and then the ultimate from Lulu over the wall. Russell, though, is not dealing enough, nor is Platoon. In comes the teleport, and Yami, he is the hero of the team with those 6 kills, but 4v3, it's not going to be enough. Oh, so massive. Big stun against the wall there. Barakio Mama goes down to that boulder. Yami is going to get caught up, though, and he's unfortunately going to go down very slowly. These two guys. It's so depressing. Pretty close turnaround, though.
Russell, don't let me down, Russell. Good man, good man.
Way to go.
What I'm thinking is that there might be a little bit of a lack of shot calling this game. Doesn't seem like the proper communication is there to run the Gnar. Ion's looking for a pick here. I might have to finish my thought later, but he does back out. So, because Yami didn't have his ultimate ready to go, like he wasn't able to transform into the Mega Gnar, he didn't TP in. He saved his TP. You can see that he TP'd back further in behind a team fight because he wanted to kind of do a little bit of damage and kite before he went all in and got his ultimate. And unfortunately, Solo went in not knowing if he got an ultimate down, and because he is that tank moon, it doesn't really do any damage, and he didn't have any follow-up from his team. And I think that because they maybe lost their mid laner and they switched around their lanes a little bit, and they don't have like they have their support player playing mid, maybe he's not used to shot calling and calling the engages and that sort of thing. it's a little bit of a lack of communication, and that's hard to deal with when you're playing as a team that's running a Gnar. You need to be able on the same page. You need to know exactly when that ult is going to be available, and hopefully they can get it by the end of the game.
Yeah, it's been a little bit tough, and I think the fact that they've just been getting picked off a little bit here for Team Ta, they're they're not finding good positions to get these team fights down, and they're ready to go. I mean, if Gnar's in that fight, like you said, he's going to be leading the charge here, and he's definitely going to be one of the bigger factors in the game, but they can't group as 5 if not all 5 people are alive. So I think that's one of their big problems that they have to overcome as well. Also, the fact that their jungle is just being completely overtaken, and they can barely get any vision in there.
Yeah, the vision definitely has been all game on the side of Bhargav's skill player. Sorry about that. But ooh, here comes the Wombo potentially. Everything's up. They're looking for it, and it's going to be looking for it until this game's over on them.
Guy just rolls Solo Dolo McDildo off his tongue, no problem. But when it comes to Bhargav's muscular legs, we've got issues. Don't know so much about that, Muskie. Don't know what's going on.
I speak the street language of the Solo Dolo McDildo. I'm not, like, Russian, so I don't speak Bhargav, unfortunately.
He's not Russian. We figured that out.
Well,
I don't know.
Hungarian. I don't know, man. I'm not a linguistics guy. I have no idea where that comes from. All I can say is I like it.
I just wish he was Russian. That's all. That's all I care about.
We're gonna have to find out. Like, I swear, if he's there, we're gonna make him do push-up contests and everything.
You just, with a name like Bhargav, he's good at both push-ups and arm wrestling. Definitely.
Arm wrestling is a battle of the mind. You can't forget.
It's true, actually. Speaking of a battle of the mind, definitely paying a toll on the enemy team's mind is the fact that Solo Dolo is right in their grill all the time. He's got to ward over that wall, and if he finds his way in, here's the ultimate. But it's not enough. The enemy forced to jump over that wall, and again, Amumu goes down after such a beautiful ultimate. Curse of the Sad Mummy indeed, and double kill coming out of the LeBlanc. Everybody going ham here on Yami, and he gets a really nice stun onto 3 characters. Everybody has to back off from this one, though, as the turret will be tanked, and it looks like Bhargav, his legs getting thicker around the neck of the enemy team.
Yet again, unfortunately, Solo Dolo did go in Solo Dolo.
Yep.
It wasn't able to get that wombo combo that he needed. And it's not looking good for Team TAH right here. They've lost their inner tower once again. They need to get that proper wombo combo down, and honestly, with the items that have come out so far, 2 Randuin's Omens, a whole bunch of health all the way around the team, I'm not sure if they'll be able to get that wombo combo down enough. Those 2 anti-carries in Aurelia and Lee Sin are just hard to lock down right now.
It's true. Very, very true. And while, for some reason, every time I hear Solo Dolo's name, it sounds like I'm about to start talking in a nursery rhyme fashion. I definitely think that he's having a hard time in this one. It's kind of, it really is sad though. See, every time he goes in, the ultimates are so good, and then he ends up 0, 5, and 3. Let's actually take a look at some of his items here. He's definitely building tanky. He's got the Stalker's Blade Judgment, so he's got the CDR with just extra gold and extra HP, and he's just going for, he's got a lot of flat HP. He's got some armor working for himself and a little bit of magic resist. But clearly, he needs to get more effective health as opposed to flat health.
Yeah.
He needs to get those resistances up.
Yeah, he did opt to go towards that Sight Stone, just trying to keep his team in the game in terms of vision. And I mean, that's really important when you're trying to set up those wombo combos. You need to know where they are. You need to be able to lock them all down. So, I mean, it's a smart adaptation by him, but all he is a walking ultimate right now.
Oof. Nice kill there from Bar. Is just going to jump in and find the back line. He gets Lulu down, and now Ions. Hopefully he doesn't get spotted out here. He's going to be able to jump over the Dark Binding, but this is a big push that's going to be coming in here. Nar forced to go back. Aurelia does have Teleport online, so everything working against Team Ta right now. Bar is just rocking out those 8 kills. Feeling pretty good about himself, and Platoon kind of taking a back seat in this one. Not really as flashy as the last time we saw him. 0, 4, and 2. Is this guy just a one-hit wonder with the Ezreal? I don't think so, but it's appearing it that way just in this best of 3. Teleport coming in. Aurelia gonna be on that front line. Amumu, really nice ultimate again. He gets kicked out of things, and Poetic jumps to the back as well. Jumps back in, shut down though because of the kill from Ions. Platoon super low, and Barackio Mama cannot finish that one off. Russell gets very low, and the minions will body block for that ultimate from another Barackio Mama, and they will run away. 3 characters surviving.
Crucially, that is the bottom inhibitor, which did go down, meaning that if it is played right, Team Bhargav actually has the potential to get a very free damage. If they just get the left anyway, pushes it, they force the TP out of the Emmy, they can sort of bait the fight, get the TP out, and just use the minion pressure that they have in the bottom lane to secure themselves the next couple of big objectives.
Bait the Fight sounds like a punk band's name.
Yeah, it does.
It's like Fight the Power, but it's like Bait the Fight. Wow, so meta. Oh my god.
I think we should maybe make a League of Legends rock group called Bait the Fight.
Bait the Fight. Let's do it, man. I'm in.
And our first song will be Dolo Spear. Or the first song could be Solo Dolo McDildo.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, that's 100% true. Yeah.
A little bit of trivia for you, actually. The name Solo Dolo is from the popular rap artist Kid Cudi. He is the one who coined the Solo Dolo term, in case you didn't know.
Wow. But not the second half of it. That's definitely a menu item from the 30s from a popular food chain. Anyways, we're gonna be continuing the push here. Amumu goes down, and pretty rough starts to things. I don't know why everybody is, for some reason, there's always a catch. Somebody gets caught out before the push starts up. Yami is going to go pretty low here. He gets jumped on by the Corki, who, by the way, shelling out so much damage. Trinity Force, Bloodthirster, and Last Whisper, and he's got the Sork Boots. Feels pretty bad. And are you getting the glitch? Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Man. It's a nice sound. It's relaxing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I don't know.
I'm going to zoom in on this one. Here we go.
I don't know what kind of stuff.
You guys out there like this? That's heavenly.
It reminds me. Oh, Platoon!
Platoon.
He got pinched in by the super minions. He couldn't even slide out. That was so sad.
I think that's going to be a Reddit post potentially. With help with the minion block. Please. Come on, guys.
Oh god.
Fix your servers.
All right. So it reminds me of the black hole though, from Smash Brothers. Have you ever done the black hole glitch in Melee? I gotta show you.
You're talking the wrong language.
What? You're a Smash Bros. Anyways. Alright, so V-Sabotage on the front lines here. He's gonna find Ions and...
Another song.
Another song. It's Zonya's Madness out here, and Ions is gonna go down. Double jumping over that one is Bart. Amumu though, he gets in here. Vanish toss. Where's that Baron fight? 1500 health. It's still at 15 though. It's just charging its way up, and Solo Dolo finds himself again in the middle of the enemy team. 0, 8, and 5. This guy is going a little bit too solo right now. Smite goes down. Russell tries to steal it over the wall. Clearly not effective. And we're having a bit of a rough time here for Team Ta. They are really taking a beating right now. 27 to 15. And do you have any words here that you'd like to say to Team Ta that could maybe inspire them to do a little bit better right now?
I think they should have organized their schedules a little bit better and probably not taken Russell. I love you, buddy, but Ions is a better support than you. I'm sorry, my friend.
A little bit. I think Ions is probably a better support than everyone in at least the province, if not the country. One of the better players for sure. So it's tough to compete with that. I feel for you, Russell.
Okay, you guys got one more chance, Team Talk. Get your wards up. Try and get the perfect wombo. Hopefully there's some damage here that I haven't seen that. Maybe they can get a perfect pick on the and the Corki. We'll see.
And Scanner is going to go down here. I don't know that that's going to be... taking out that ward is going to be enough here, but they're at least going to give themselves vision control. They need to take out this turret, and they've got that cannon firing down. The cannon's... It's almost like a win-lose situation. because you can't get in there and deal damage yourself, but at the same time the cannon's constantly dealing damage. In we go, Ions force lasagnas. He's being chased to the back here, and Bar finding the support again. Russell just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Ions gets away from this one though. Solo Dolo, another amazing ultimate. It's not gonna be enough. He will go down while locking down 4 players on the enemy team, and Corky almost died from the Graves ultimate, I gotta say. Almost, however, not to be confused with actually killing somebody.
Ion, though. Can he do it?
Oh, shh, doesn't look like it. Too much shielding going down on Barack Your Mama.
Did you see the attempted insect from Morning Melon? That was pretty hype. He went off the queue into the W on a ward and tried to get like a crazy flash insect. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Platoon did see it coming, but some very mechanical plays coming out from Team Bhargav here.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. And Bhargav's muscly legs, or muscular legs, was for some reason muscular. It just feels like a gross word to say.
Yeah, like moist.
Yeah, like moist. Oh God! So they're gonna take this one down. So congratulations to everybody in the Russian and Hungarian communities. They are going to have a team going on in the CCLA tournament. That is the second win for them. Am I correct?
Yep. So that was the 2-0 going over to Team Bhargav's muscular legs. And they will be moving on to the next round of the tournament. I'll give you guys another quick rundown in case you're just joining in to catch the end of the game. This is the UTSU and UTLA collaborative tournament, which is for the Winter Week of Welcome, aka Frost Week. And we're going to be renting out the auditorium at the Earth Sciences building. We're going to have a LAN finals. We're going to do it big. We're going to have a huge production there. We're going to have free stuff, free Red Bull, free shirts, free everything for you guys, some food, everything like that. So come on down. It's January 16th. We're going to be streaming the rest of the games leading up to it, so just check out the UTLA Facebook page, check out the event page for the actual LAN finals. There's a couple ways to win RP even coming up now. You can win 25 bucks RP just by sharing a post. And yeah, check it all out. It's going to be a great show. I'll be there. I'll be handing out mittens. It'll be a really good time.
Free admittance, free mittens, free kittens. Everybody's going to leave happy on this one, I think. But congratulations, Bhargav. You the man, and your team has rocked the house, and they will take away this win. Really, really good stuff. Pretty proud of these guys. And I don't know. That's it. I'm looking forward to the finals.
Yep. So my name is MuskyBad. You can check me out on Twitter if you'd like. It's pretty boring, but I appreciate the support. And then, of course, you can follow Papa Frank at OneFrank on Twitter. His is a little bit more entertaining than mine, I gotta say.
Well, shucks. All right, so GG, guys. Have a good one, and look forward to those mittens. Peace.